We're back, and there has been growing talk of an exodus from California. Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently relocated to Texas after tweeting his frustration with COVID-19 lockdown orders, which temporarily shut down his Fremont Tesla factory. Massive wildfires have continued to plague the state. Last year alone saw more than 4.2 million acres burned, more than 10,000 homes burned down, and 33 deaths. High taxes continue to be a frustration for many as well. California collects the 5th most state and local taxes nationwide. So, is California an exodus underway? Not exactly, at least according to a new report by the California Policy Lab. That study found no evidence of a pronounced exodus, at least in 2020 anyway. And there was little evidence of wealthy Californians leaving en masse. The study did note that fewer people moved to California in the fourth quarter of last year compared to historical data. So for more on this, we want to welcome in Paul Chabot, President and CEO of Conservative Move. So the California Policy Lab did find people leaving from 2015 to 2019, but not last year. What did you find?
Yeah, thanks for having me. So the data's quite interesting. When you look at a 4-year span, there has been a rather large exodus, especially out of certain cities or certain counties. 2020, the first half was stalled. So 2020 is going to be negatively impacted by that data. But the last 6 months have just been on fire. And so when 2021 comes around now to evaluate data, the numbers are just off the charts. We went from 0 to 100 miles per hour from the shutdown to where we are now. And I will say, hearing that report's interesting. There are some things they're correct on. A lot of wealthy people are not leaving. Most of our clients are middle-class families with young kids or small businesses. So the coastal, liberal elite, they're not impacted by the state policies that are impacting most of the inland working poor region, which happens to be most of those that are making the move.
So we have heard about people leaving, especially the Bay Area, in light of being able to really work from home wherever they want to live. Are they, though, leaving the state? Because it seems like they're maybe moving to other parts of California. Yeah,
that's happening. There was a 649% increase in those moving out of San Francisco last year alone. Yes, a good chunk of those are still moving around the Bay Area, Silicon Valley, and others. But there are others, if you're looking at separating that data and looking specifically at the middle-class families, those are the ones that are making the exodus. And many of them are not looking to move right away. They can't. They're on a 6-month, 1, 2, 3-year plan ahead. So if you're, for example, a parent and you've got kids in high school, you're not going anywhere. But if you've got younger kids or you're a retiree, you're definitely, for the most part, thinking about that exodus. Just to give you an idea how big this is, California is probably going to lose at least 1 congressional seat. In Texas, where I am, is going to pick up potentially 3. Now, I'm not touting every red state because we know some aren't doing quite as well as others. But it's not just California. They're moving out of New York. They're moving out of the Chicago area, Portland, Seattle. And they're not just moving to Texas. They're going to Tennessee, Florida, and Idaho, and the Midwest to round out those states.
Well, we'll see what happens, because I'm wondering if Texas is worried at all about turning from red to a little more blue with all these people moving there to get away from the taxes. I guess we'll have to wait.
I can give you one quick piece on that. I've been involved in politics a long time, worked with Clinton and Bush administration. Here in Texas, when you looked at the Beto Cruz race that happened in 2018, if it was not for all of those that moved here to Texas, unfortunately, Cruz would have lost to the native Texans. So those that are moving here, transplants, are helping to keep this state red.
Interesting. All right, it's Paul Chabot from Conservative Move. We appreciate your time. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You too.